everyone and welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. My name's Becca and I make videos all about how you can live a more ethical, sustainable, and intentional life. So for today's video, I'm doing a favorites video. So as you may know, I like to do these periodically, kind of like every season, just so I can update you guys on the things I'm loving that don't really make it into normal videos. So for today's favorites video, I have a couple of fashion favorites, which are all sustainable, of course, and then I also have a lot of like education and entertainment type of favorites because it's summer and we're like still kind of in quarantine, so I've just had a lot of time on my hands to fill. So if you want to see what I've been loving recently, then just keep on watching. So I figured we'd start off with fashion because that is always my favorite thing. So this first item I'm not going to talk about too much because everyone knows what these are and I showed them in my what I got for my birthday haul. However, I will link that video up here and down below if you missed it and want to check it out. So what I'm talking about is just my Nike Air Force Ones. Obviously these are, ooh, be nice if I could hold them. Obviously these are a very popular shoe, but I really like them. I was in desperate need of a new pair of white sneakers, so these are great. They're also really comfortable to walk around in. I like that they're a bit of a chunkier shoe as well without being like dad sneakers, which I don't like, but since in the summer like I'm usually wearing like shorts or dresses or something short and my legs are exposed, I like having like a bigger shoe because I feel like it kind of balances out with having more clothing like only on my upper body, if that makes sense. So I've really been enjoying these, and I don't know if I said it, but my boyfriend got these off of eBay, so they were secondhand. So just in general, online thrifting has kind of become a favorite for me because I started my own Poshmark a while back. So if you want to shop any of my old clothing, I will link my Poshmark down below. So since I made a Poshmark, I've obviously been looking at other people's listings, and especially with not being able to go out to physical stores because of quarantine, I just kind of finally got into the online thrifting realm. So probably my favorite thing I got has been these Lululemon shorts. They're just this really nice purple color and I really like the cut of them. They're just kind of almost like a paper bag short. They're not like a super athletic-y style of short, so I just really like them, and they have pockets in the front and in the back, and I just love the color, and I really want to get these in so many more colors. These are definitely gonna like be my go-to athletic shorts from now on, so I really like these. And Poshmark and online thrifting in general is definitely a great place to get athletic wear. And finally, this isn't anything super specific, but as you may know, I'm back in my college apartment, which is where the majority of my clothing is, including all of my headbands and scrunchies and stuff. So I've really been into wearing headbands again. I'm wearing one today, and I've really only been back here for a week, and I think I've already worn headbands for 3 out of the 7 days, so it's definitely been a recent favorite. So I just have this one, and then I have this floral one I've worn, as well as this little lacy one, and I have more, but these are just the ones I've worn recently. And I've had all of these for years. These are just items that have been in my wardrobe for a while, and I just kind of fallen in love with them again, which is something I always encourage you guys to do. So yeah, headbands have kind of been my thing recently. They were my thing as a kid, so it's fun to have rediscovered that. I just think they just add something else to an outfit. They can really pull an outfit together, and I also like that they keep my hair out of my face because for some reason I hate the feeling of having hair on my face, which is kind of funny considering like just how long my hair is, but headbands are a perfect solution. Alright, and then I just have one food favorite for you, and this I showed in my last What I Eat in a Day, and I promised I would update you on it, so I briefly showed it in my morning routine video, which I will again have linked, but figured I would also share it in this video so I could talk a little bit more about it. This is just the Silk Almond Milk Creamer in the creme brulee flavor, which I believe is pretty new. Just in general, like these Silk Almond creamers are probably my favorite coffee creamers that I've tried out of plant-based ones. They also have a caramel and a vanilla. I would say the caramel is probably like my favorite overall, but I think I like this one better than the vanilla. It's pretty similar, but just a lot creamier and just has like a little bit of a different flavor, so I've been enjoying this, and I also find that just a little bit of this goes a long way. You really don't have to pour a lot in to get a lot of flavor, so that's nice. And they're also not too expensive because I know a lot of vegan creamers can be pretty pricey, but this one is at a pretty good price point. And it's also dripping all over me because of the condensation, which actually feels really nice because I have to turn my air off to film. So moving into more of the education and entertainment side of things, I actually have one Instagram account I want to talk to you all about, and at the beginning of the year, maybe in like January or so, I kind of realized that most of the Instagram accounts I follow are all white people. They're all people that look like me, not really including my friends and like people I know from school and stuff, but in terms of like influencers, it's basically all white people, and I just really don't think that's okay. I think it's so important to expose yourself to new perspectives and people who are different than you. That is how we learn and grow, I think, and become better as a society. Plus, social media algorithms create echo chambers where things that are recommended for you are going to be things that are similar to what you're already seeing, so it's kind of hard to break out of that unless you're like actually intentionally seeking out different accounts and stuff. So that's kind of my own little personal quest, and then especially with everything that's been going on online with the Black Lives Matter movement, I've been able to find lots of other wonderful people online to follow and learn from. So I just want to talk about one with you all here today, and that is the account Intersectional Environmentalist. This was founded by Leah of Green Girl Leah, who I also recommend following, so I guess that's 2 accounts, but she founded this platform, and it's basically all about intersectional environmentalism, of course, which is actually a term she coined. And what it means is that within like sustainability movements, we need to have an equal focus on the planet and its people. That is how we're actually going to be able to fight off, climate change and the plastic crisis and all these really important issues that affect people, and they affect different people differently based on race and where you live in the world and socioeconomic status and all these different things. So if you want to learn more about intersectional environmentalism, I highly suggest you follow that page. And they have so many great resources and posts for education, and they're also working on really cool things like developing guidelines for brands and companies to abide by. They also recently announced their council members, who are all so wonderful as well. I follow many of them as well, and they are just really great accounts to follow if you want to learn more about anything about intersectional environmentalism. Next, I have a book which I only just started reading, but I know it is going to be a favorite, and again, I mentioned this in my last video, so I'll have that linked, and this is You're a Badass by Jen Sincero. I know like literally everyone has read this and I'm so late to the game, but it is so good. She really does know what's up in terms of spirituality and, becoming more self-confident, achieving your goals. She's very relatable while also like actually giving you substantial information, if that makes sense. I really am enjoying this. I just got to the second part of the book, so as you can see, I'm not too far, but I just know that I'm gonna love the rest of it, and I can definitely see myself rereading this in the future. So I just have one more favorite kind of in terms of education as we move into like the TV and movies and watching realm, and that is a documentary I watched recently called The Story of Plastic. I actually was able to watch this through an event that Isaiah of Queer Brown Vegan was co-hosting. He is one of the council members for Intersectional Environmentalists, so you can also find him over there, but I found this event through something he posted on his story, and basically it was a free screening of the documentary The Story of Plastic, followed up by a Zoom discussion with him and a few other panelists, and this is really a wonderful documentary. I don't think you can watch it for free, but if you are willing to pay a little bit, I would really recommend it, and you can also just check out the documentary's website and stuff because they have lots of other great information. But the documentary does a great job of talking about like the history of plastic and how we got to the current crisis, and it also comes from a very intersectional approach, which I think is so important. And it also does a great job of showing like how this is really a problem that the industry created, and while individual actions are really important, it's also really important that we know who is to blame for this and who started these problems. So that is like a whole thing I could talk about way more in depth, but I just found this documentary really informative, and I love that they did a discussion for it because the panelists were able to give like a lot of concrete action steps, so it was just a really cool experience, and I love that people are organizing so much over technology nowadays. And then on a totally different side of the spectrum, if you need something lighthearted to watch, I recently started rewatching New Girl, which is just a sitcom, just funny, just kind of feel good, and that's just been kind of nice, when I need a break from things and when I just want to like kind of de-stress and laugh a little bit. And then finally, I also have a YouTube channel recommendation, and that is Chris Clemens. I've watched his roommate Andrew Lau for years now, and so I finally started watching Chris's videos during quarantine, and he's like a pretty big YouTuber, so I'm sure you've probably heard of him, but if you haven't, I would definitely recommend watching his videos. There was just so many times when I needed a laugh during quarantine or when I couldn't sleep or something, and I would just watch one of his videos and they just automatically will put me in a better mood. And I also just really love how he is using his platform right now. He dedicates every single video to a small business or a cause that needs support and amplification. He's been so vocal with the Black Lives Matter movement and just so many aspects of current United States politics. I really recommend following him just if you need a laugh. He is so fucking funny, honestly. And then finally, I just have a couple of music recommendations for you all. In my last favorites video, I talked about King Princess and Girl in Red, and I've just been really into that kind of like indie girl pop like genre. I don't know, just like very like kind of like simple, lighthearted pop, if that makes sense. I'm really not good at describing music, but I've still really been enjoying those artists and kind of branching out in that same genre. So the first artist I've been loving is Maisie Peters. I found out about her because Oh Wonder, who is one of my favorite bands of all time, they were helping her write songs, and so I looked her up, and I don't really have any like specific favorites from her, but I just kind of love all of her music in general, and I think she has like a good array of different styles as well, and it's just good music. I just really have been liking her. And then as for a specific song I have been absolutely loving, this is like my top favorite song. Like I know if I ever listen to this song in the future, I'll be like, wow, like that was my summer 2020 song, and that is Dream Girl by Anna of the North. I actually found this song because it is in a Apple commercial. It's the iPad commercial with the hummingbird, which first of all is just like a really cute commercial. Like Apple always has the best commercials, but I looked up the song because I loved it so much, and it is just like such a good, fun song. It just makes me feel like a fairy, and it just makes me want to get up and dance, and again, that's just something I've been needing in my life recently. So yeah, I think that is all of my favorites. Alright, so that's gonna be it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. You can also turn on the post notifications, and doing those 3 things really helps to support my channel so much, as well as make sure that you don't miss out on any of my future uploads, which go up every single Saturday. You can also go follow me on Instagram, which is at becca.gargiulo, and I'm really trying so hard to post more over there, so you don't want to miss out on that. And with all of that said, I hope you are staying safe, and I hope you are staying happy, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye everyone.